welcome to Human Rights Voice channel.
How are you?
So, yeah, I'm good, sir. कैसे है, sir?
बस ठीक हूँ.
Yeah. So on the coming World Human Rights Day, on
December 10th.
Yeah, December 10th. Yeah.
I spent 29 years in the United Nations. We were commemorating it every year. But in the case of India, I will say that our human rights come to us from our constitution. They are inherent in us because we're human, but they're also protected and codified by the Constitution of India.
Yes.
And so all the rights we talk about are rights guaranteed by our Constitution. And as Indian citizens, we must stand up for our rights, and we must stand up for the rights of other Indian citizens. It's our duty. You talk about being a human rights voice. Give your voice to the defense of human rights. That includes basic civil liberties, that includes a right to speech, to defense, to organization, association, freedom of religion. These are all human rights that inhere in all of us. And I will say that as far as India is concerned, it's good that there are organizations of ordinary individuals, NGOs, civil society groups that are there to protect, defend, and promote these rights. Because ultimately, we have to protect our own rights. The state is in many ways a guarantor and a defender of these rights, but the state is often also the biggest, the biggest institution that can limit and circumscribe these rights. So as citizens, we must exercise our own rights to stand up for the rights of all Indians.
Yeah. So coming to this aspect, how do you assess the India progress in protecting these fundamental rights, especially for the freedom of speech?
By and large, it's not been bad, but on freedom of speech, our constitution observes certain restrictions, which is unfortunate in some ways, because it means that you have limitations on how much freedom. You can't say anything that might incite, obviously, in a society as complicated and sensitive as ours, you can't risk inciting trouble, violence, communal disorder, all of those things. So there are reasonable restrictions. Yeah. But apart from that, within that, it's important to preserve freedom of press, the right to dissent, freedom of academic expression on campuses. All of those things need to be fought for.
Yeah, and how can India balance the national security concerns with the protection of individuals' freedoms, sir?
Well, that's always the challenging balance, especially when there are situations like terror attacks and so on. It becomes suddenly a matter of concern, because in surveilling potential terrorists, there's also a risk that the government might end up abridging some of individual rights of innocent people. The argument that we should not, shall we say, put individual human rights above the security of the nation is a common argument amongst governments. But in a democracy like ours, it becomes very important to preserve and protect the individual, even while you're doing these important steps to protect the nation and the country's security as well. That balance is not easy, but it's something that governments as well as our individual citizenry have to work to preserve.
And what message would you like to convey to the government institutions and the citizens?
I think we are all together. I mean, the government belongs to us. We belong to the government. I think we should understand that there is no opposition or hostility. Government has its job and duties. We have our responsibilities, but we also have rights. And the government should ensure that our rights are not abridged while it does its work. And we, in turn, should cooperate with the government, but we should not hesitate to point out if the government is failing to do its duty by us. Yeah. It's a mutual give and take relationship.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good luck to Human Rights Voice. I think it's important that the voices of everyone should be preserved. I think it's important that that's part of human rights. Having a voice is part of your human right too. So I wish you good luck in that. Be responsible with it, but at the same time, continue speaking, educating, and conveying to people the importance of the awareness of human rights.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.